I was in study hall, you know, where you're supposed to be studying for an hour. The teacher was a counselor. She was out of the room. And so we weren't studying. Well, this young guy, and there were only 11 blacks in the entire school at the time, so my world changed again, okay, from integrated to now where there are 11 blacks in the school. So this guy and I get into this. I don't remember exactly what it was, but then we used to call it cutting each other low. In West Oakland, we call it playing the dozens. So I was at a decided advantage, well-trained and well-schooled in West Oakland, how to turn the crowd with me against you, laughing at you. So I got this guy. In his incredible frustration, he leaped up from his chair and he said, "You dirty black African." And by the time he got the can and African out, I had been, you know, I was up. We fought. I get home, I can't wait for my mother to come home because I want to tell her that I had had a racial confrontation, but that I had won. So my mother comes home and I said, "Hey, Mom, and this dude called me a dirty black African." I whooped this blankety blank. Mom said, "Wait, let me put my coat down. Come in the living room and explain that to me again. Now, why did you fight?" "I told you, call me a dirty black African." She said, "Now I'm your mother. I work every day." Now this is a woman that gave birth to me before she turned 17. This is a woman who had 2 children before she went back to high school and finished high school. So she was unlettered, but in her own way, quite brilliant. She said, "I'm your mother. I work every day. You're a student. You go to school. I can't be with you when you make the decision to fight or not fight. Those are decisions you have to make on your own. But since you brought it home to me, then I'm thinking, uh-oh." I said, "Let me give you my thought. If you had to fight this kid, and that was your decision, you should have fought him only because he called you dirty, not because he called you black, because you are a young black man, and not because he called you African, because you are of African descent." I went, wow. Okay, I'm reeling from this, because I thought she was going to bake me a pie, you know, and say, you know, you did good for the people. And she said, "I'm going to tell you something else. When you threw your fist into that young man's face, you were throwing a brick at a mirror. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?" I was overwhelmed. I'm thinking, what does she mean? She said, "You were angry because he called you black, and you were angry because he called you an African." And I'm thinking, you know, she said, "But I want to tell you something. I want you to always remember this conversation." And I told my mother up to her death that I never forgot this story. She said, "Wherever you go for the rest of your life, when somebody calls you black or somebody calls you African, I want you to smile and say, 'Yes, I am,' and it's cool." She said, "But you are more than those 2 adjectives, but never allow those 2 adjectives to force you to be defensive. You have no reason to be defensive. Embrace it. 'Yes, I am.' She said, "But you're 1,000 adjectives." Now think about this woman with no letters, sitting down with a 13-year-old kid saying, "You're 1,000 adjectives." My brain is like, she said, "You're my son. You're a student. You're a baseball player. You're a kind person. You're an intelligent guy. You're a grandson. You're tall. You're quick. You're 1,000 adjectives. You're a human being." Reinforcement, right? As a kid in West Oakland, here's this person saying, it's cool to be black. It's cool to be African. You don't have to defend that. Yes, I am. But in the context of everything, these are 2 adjectives. Important, wonderful, embrace them, but not totally who you are.